Welcome to Mike's Kitchen. Today we're going to be learning how to make Spanish Mexican rice. The first thing that you need to do to make Spanish Mexican rice is you need an 8-quart saucepan with a lid. Okay, so once we get the saucepan, we need to put 2 tablespoons of canola oil and get that hot enough to fry the rice. To know when the rice is ready to be fried, you need to make sure that the canola oil is hot enough. We put on the stove about 3/4 of the way to high, which is medium-high heat. And then you can check to see that the oil is hot enough by using a single grain of rice and putting it into it. And if it sizzles, you know it's hot enough. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put that on the stove. I preheated the oil, so what we do then is we take a kernel of rice, check it here. The kernel of rice will be transparent. Once we put it in the oil, it should sizzle, and it is sizzling so that we are ready to go. I usually take out that kernel because it will not cook evenly with the others, but this is what it looked like. It'll look white, and once you see that it's white compared to a transparent, that's the difference. Then you know that it's hot enough to do it. Okay, so once we have it ready to go, we're going to be using 2 cups of long grain jasmine rice. Long grain jasmine rice is very important to use because that is the ideal texture for Spanish Mexican rice. So we're going to go ahead and put that into our pot here. And then you want to stir that, and then as you can hear it, it's already starting to sizzle. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stir this until all of my rice becomes white. So now that I'm stirring it, the other ingredients that we're going to be using is 2 pinches of pepper and 1 pinch of salt. We're also going to be using a pureed chicken bouillon, and then I also have 3 minced garlic cloves and 1 whole onion. That whole onion is diced, but not all the way through, and we put that in the center of the pan. Plus we're using a 15-ounce can of tomato sauce. Once we're done with putting that tomato sauce in the rice, we are going to then add 1.5 cans of water. So as I'm stirring the rice to get it white hot, I add the garlic in, and this will also fry the garlic as part of my flavoring of my Spanish Mexican rice. So I'm turning it, it's all getting really nice and hot and white. We want to make sure that the rice doesn't get too brown, we just want it to get white. So that's almost there. You can smell the aroma of the garlic. It is very good. It's beautiful. And so the smell is getting there. The key to Spanish Mexican rice is that once you put in all the ingredients, you need to let that rice sit. You don't want to stir it. Okay? So if you stir it, then what will happen is it'll break it down and it'll become too sticky. So you want to be fluffy and being able to have each kernel separate. So we're almost done here with our rice. I will show you what it looks like, and then we'll be ready then to add our liquid ingredients and our salt and pepper and our onions. Okay, so we're almost there. This recipe I received from a few Mexican ladies that I know. I took all of their ideas and I made my own, and I think it's probably one of the best rices that I've ever had. So I want to also thank those people, and that is Sally, Angela, and Annette. Okay, so our rice looks like it's ready to go. As you can see, it's very white. Okay, that's about as much as you want to do with it. Okay? So from there, we're going to go ahead and add our tomato sauce, which is a 15-ounce can. Make sure that you use tomato sauce. And then we're going to use pan of water. Okay, once that's done, and then we're going to go ahead and add our chicken bouillon. That's done. And then we just go ahead and we add our onion, which is diced, as if you can see, but not all the way through, and I just put that in the center of the saucepan. So this is what it should look like when you are ready to go. It's important to keep the heat on, but I like to stir the rice until it gets boiling. Once it starts boiling, then you just let it sit for about 20 minutes, and then letting it sit for about 20 minutes after it boils and you put it on low simmer, then you will see that the rice is cooked. And the way that you can check that is just taking the spoon, punching the side of the rice and moving it over. If you see that there's no water on the bottom of the pan, then you know that your rice is cooked. You can also do a taste test. What I like to do also is check my sauce, make sure that it tastes good. If your sauce tastes good, then your rice will taste good as well. So we go ahead now and add a pinch of salt and 2 pinches of pepper. Pepper will make your rice a little bit spicy, but not unbearable. And so that's what we do there. Go ahead and mix that. It's almost to a boil. So you can put it on high until it gets to the boiling point. And then once it gets to the boiling point, which we're there now, you just keep stirring it. And that way, you know, nothing sits on the bottom and gets burned on the rice. So it comes to a boil. We go ahead and put our lid on. Turn our range top to low, and we'll see you in 20 minutes, and I'll show you what the next process is. Welcome back. Our rice has been on the stove now for 20 minutes, and we're going to check it and see how it comes along. So I'm going to take it off the stove to show you. So here it is. You'll see that the tomato puree or sauce is now on the top, and what we do to check the rice is to see if it's still got water on the bottom. So I pull it over on the side there. As you can see, there's no water on the bottom, so we know that the rice is ready to be fluffed. So we go ahead and we're going to fluff that rice like this. Okay. And then it's ready to go, and you'll see the onion now will just start falling apart here like this. This rice will serve about 8 people. You can eat the onion if you want. A lot of people do. I love it. It's very good. So, and then what I do is, now that the rice has been fluffed, I'm going to go ahead and put that lid back on it, and I let it sit for about 15 minutes or so before serving. And this is how you make your Spanish rice. As you see, it's all fluffy, red, and perfect, and it is delicious. I have to try some, so try it. So extraordinary. You're going to love it. I guarantee it'll be the best rice you ever had in your life. Thank you for your time, and God bless you, and happy cooking. In closing, never trust a skinny cook. God bless you.